Good morning students. I am Susmita Nanda, lecturer in Computer Science and Engineering Department. Today's our topic is server-side programming using PHP. So today's we are going to see what are the loops we are using in PHP. So first, what is loop? Often when you write code, you want the same block of code to run over and over again a certain number of times. So instead of adding several almost equal code lines in a script, we can use loops. Okay, loops are used to execute the same block of code again and again as long as a certain condition is true. There are 4 types of loops in PHP: for, while, do while and for each. So let's see for. For is using through a block of code a specified number of times. Okay, for number of times, a specified number of times for loops is using. While this loops through a block of code as long as the specified condition is true. Till the condition is true, the loop is continuing. Next, do while. Loops through a block of code once and then repeats the loop as long as the specified condition is true. First, do. Once the loop is continue, then it will be continuing up to the while condition is true. Next is for each. Loops through a block of code for each element in an array. It is continuing. Okay. So these are the different executions for the different loops in PHP. Next, arrays in PHP. So let's see what is array. Array stores multiple values in one single variable. In one variable, there are many values are stored. This is known as the array. An array is a special variable which can hold more than one value at a time. Okay, at a time it stores more than one value. If you have a list of items, storing the cards in single variables could store number of cards name in one value. Okay. Achha. An array can hold many values under a single name and you can access the values by referring to an index number. So there are 3 types of array present in the PHP. First one is numeric array, next is associative array, third one is multi-dimensional array. So numeric array represents a numeric index. Numeric array is representing the numeric index. Associative array represents named keys. Okay, the arrays is with named keys. Next is multi-dimensional array. This array containing one or more arrays. Okay, multi-dimensional array containing one or more arrays. So these are the different types of arrays, those who are present in the in the PHP. Okay. Next is get method and post method. What do you mean by the get method and what do you mean by the post method? Get method is used to request data from a specified resource. Okay, and get is one of the most common HTTP methods. Okay, and get request can be cached. Get request remain in the browser history. Get request can be bookmarked. Get request should never be used when dealing with sensitive data. GET requests have length restrictions. GET requests are only used to request data, not modifying. Okay. POST method. POST method is used to send data to a server to create or update a resource. The data sent to the server with POST is stored in the request body of the HTTP request. It is also one of most common method in HTTP. POST requests are never cached. POST requests do not remain in the browser history. POST requests cannot be bookmarked. POST requests have no restrictions on data length. Okay. So, basically, difference between the GET method and POST method. These both methods is undergone the HTTP methods. And what do you mean by HTTP? HTTP means Hypertext Transfer Protocol. Okay. And these are the different methods. GET and POST belongs to the HTTP protocol. GET means simple. Client side to server side, getting the request through HTTP and getting the response from server side to client side by HTTP. So, these are the methods of PHP, GET and POST. Next is session. Different type of. When we work with an application, we open it and do some changes and then we close it. Okay. So, this is much like a session. Yes or no? The computer knows who are you. It knows when you start the application and when you end. But on the internet, there is one problem. The web server does not know who you are or what you do because the HTTP address does not maintain state. So, session variables solve this problem by storing user information to be used across multiple pages. By default, session variables last until the user closes the browser. So, session variables hold information about one single user and are available to all pages in one application. So, the session is divided into three parts: starting PHP session, storing a session variable and destroying a session. So, starting a PHP session means a session is started with the starting function. Okay. And this function must be the very first thing in our document before the any HTML tags. Okay. Next, storing the session variables. Okay. Next, we create another page or storing something in the page. That session variables are not passed individually to each new page. Instead, they are retrieved from the session we open at the beginning of the each page. Okay. So, first we started, then we store the variable in that session. And last one is destroy. When we finish all the things, we cut off, we destroy the session. To remove all the global session variables and destroy the session, we use the session string function. Okay. So, in this, first starting the PHP, then store some variable, doing the manipulation, doing the functions, then we are destroying or stop the session. These are the three sessions which are doing in the PHP. So, these are all about the PHP, which is a server-side scripting programming. So, that's all. Thank you.